All right, we're going to start with 30 Super Carry, and then we're going to compare it to a 9mm, both out of the Shield EZ, a pistol that I'm quite familiar with. We've done a little bit of work with Smith & Wesson, and I've also shot in 380, so I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, standard Shield. Okay, let me go back to this. This is in 9. Almost felt the same. I'm here at the range with Ken Vitale from Remington Ammunition, and he's going to tell us the case use and what's new and what this caliber is all about. So Ken, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here.
Educate me.
So what we're talking about today is 30 Super Carry. Here's a round that was developed from the ground up specifically for that everyday carry pistol. People are wanting to see smaller platforms, so they tend to gravitate towards the 380, but they want that power of the 9mm, so they'll usually step up to something a little bit bigger. Well, 30 Super Carry was designed to go flat right there in the middle. It carries like a 380, but gives you the performance ballistically of that 9mm. So it's going to be, the stuff you just shot today is coming out the barrel at 1250. It penetrates about 15.5 inches into gel, gets great expansion, great bullet weight retention, and specifically designed so when you put it into the platform like the Smith & Wesson EZ or the Smith & Wesson Plus, it's going to give you an extra 2 rounds to carry. So therefore, you're going to have more capacity, you're going to have 9mm ballistic performance, and a platform small enough for you to carry comfortably every single day.
Okay. So what kind of ammunition is going to be available for it? And
Sure.
Are we looking at, this is just kind of like the announcement and hopefully by the end of the year we might see something, or is this something that's like out now and some gun owners will be able to go out and pick up soon?
Around the March timeframe, you're going to start to see the massive flow to the shelves. We've got 6 different offerings right now. From Remington, you're going to have a UMC in 100 grain. You're going to have a high terminal performance in a 115 grain. You're going to have an HST from Federal. You're going to also have American Eagle target ammunition from Federal. You're going to have a Spear Gold Dot. And what you shot today was the Blazer ammunition 115 grain.
Okay, so there's definitely going to be a variety of ammo, whether you're going to go for the range or you're actually going to be carrying it.
Correct.
And roughly, so I know right now it's tough to talk about the prices, but what do you think the expectation of this, let's say not even talking about it in absolute terms, but in comparison to, let's say, 380
Sure.
or 9?
Gonna be designed to go right along line with that 380 ammunition right now for introduction and right where we're pricing it at. And over time, we'll see that as we make more of it in high quantities and there's orders, then that can fluctuate and change commodities, all the good stuff that goes into that.
And if I'm honest, it's already SAMI spec currently?
It is currently this week being presented to SAMI because they usually hold the SAMI annual meeting at the same time they do SHOT Show. So
and I guess
we're talking about it, so we're there.
And I guess if it's going to be SAMI spec, you might even have other manufacturers, and that's going to help the gun owner kind of put the price pressures down so that we're not spending $50 a box for something.
That's correct. There's going to be lots of opportunity out there for new platforms to be hitting the market. Lots of buzz, lots of folks are talking about it, and there's probably going to be other manufacturers out there that jump on board as well.
So from my understanding, like kind of from shooting, it's not really meant to replace 9mm, but possibly displace 380 a little bit. Because I mean, especially since the caliber is notorious for being very snappy as well.
Right. I don't think anything will ever replace 9mm. 9mm is a world-renowned caliber. It's used by military and law enforcement everywhere. 9mm is not going anywhere. But that everyday carry civilian that's out there looking for a solution that gives them more capacity and a smaller platform that's comfortable to carry all day long, it's right there in that sweet spot for them to have.
So versus 380, it looks like you have a smaller diameter bullet, but it's a longer case. Why go that route instead of possibly just like splitting the difference and having like that same 355 cal bullet?
Well, what we were looking for is to get that extra oomph that's going to make it match up ballistically with the 9mm, and that requires that extra powder to push that smaller projectile to get the performance we were looking for. So we tried a bunch of different solutions in the lab with the R&D engineers, and that's the solution we came up with. It does what we want it to do.
Very cool. So I mean, it's definitely from the penetration performance, the recoil characters. It's definitely it's a purpose-built round instead of just like something. Hey, here's something you go try it.
Correct. It was purpose-built for folks who carry every single day, who have requested something like this through our the information that we collect through customer service on all the time. We get our ideas as project manager from there as to what it is that we're going to build, and that's what we came up with. And then we set the engineers to work, and that's what they gave us.
All right. So there you go. You guys talked. They built the solution. Now it's up to gun owners to determine whether this is going to be a commercial success or not. So Ken, thank you very much. This was actually educational, and people are definitely looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you.